world says, which is the direction in which business is going to grow. So what is going to happen? The war is going to create a lot of activity as far as business is concerned. And so you're going to see a lot of guns and stuff like that, which is really going to happen. And roti kapda, makan is going to be forgotten, or it's going to go in the downward trend as far as we are concerned. And I, somehow or the other, I like him hell of a lot. He's such a lovely person, and one would hate to disagree with him. But unfortunately, this afternoon, on this wonderful day, I have to disagree with your editor to say the contrary is going to happen in the next couple of years. And I have a few reasons and good reasons to say so. And of course, we can disagree. So it's good fun to have the other view as far as things is concerned. India is going to grow at 7.5% plus. And in the next 1 year, it may even grow faster. The infrastructure of this country is seeing a paradigm happen. Mr. Gadkari is not doing 3 kilometers of roads. And Mr. Dutt, sir, thank you very much. Your speech was wonderful, and I enjoyed every part of it. The fact is that he has crossed 10 kilometers of roads per day, and he's now looking at 15 and targeting 30 kilometers of national highways per day, which means if that really is sustainable, your GDP growth is going to cross 7.5% and may cross even 8% for this particular year. So, do you think that the housing sector and the home sector is going to go behind and the real estate sector is going to go backwards? The answer is no, my friend, Mr. Batra. And why do I have to say so? One of the first proofs is my own company. In the last 1 year, actually, we have done, in commercial side of business, more business than we have done in 14 years of our activity. So in 14 years, we did 5 million square feet. And in the next 18 months, we will be doing 4.5 million square feet. So we don't see the real estate business of business really going backwards. And Mr. Nair of Crystal is over here, and he will justify, because he verifies my books of accounts to give rating for our companies. So he would know that the business of business, which is actually growing, is growing at a very rapid pace that we are going to do, and it's very aggressive. And what's happening to the residential side of the business as far as we are concerned? I know the markets are down, the markets are depressed, and especially in a place called Delhi and the National Capital Region, somewhere where Mr. Batra lives and resides and enjoys and has a great time, is going through a downturn which is unbelievably nosediving. But that's not the story of India. Yes, the markets are in a bit of a recession as far as the residential zone is concerned, but I don't see that having a change. My prediction, slightly, is quite different than what he is predicting. And in fact, it may be slightly contrarian that we have to see. I think what we have done, Mr. Dutt, in telecom, which is we used to have airtime at the day when it started, when we first used mobile telephones, used to be 33 rupees a minute. And the telecom companies at that time were worth $3 billion. Today, airtime has come down to less than 1 rupee a minute, but the volume has expanded, and today each of the telecom companies are worth $30 billion. $30 billion because we have actually reduced the cost of airtime, and this is happening. In airlines, and I will be corrected by only a person called Mr. Nair because he does all the rating of all the companies over here, the airlines which do business class and regular class business are making losses. But those who sell only low-cost tickets are making profits and issuing dividends and are able to go for further IPOs as far as we are concerned. So what is, in reality, the paradigm that is taking place as far as India is concerned? It's a paradigm shift that is taking place, and we, in developers, we, in terms of architects, are unable to foresee what is actually the demand for the country. Today, 55% of the people in Mumbai don't have homes. More than half of them can afford a house, provided you make houses and homes of the sizes and sectors in which we are able to do it. So the paradigm which is going to take place is the misfit that we create. You want to create luxury cars and say, everybody should buy a Bentley, everybody should buy the top-end Mercedes-Benz? Obviously, it's not going to happen. Is everybody going to go into the top-end business class seat? The answer is no, because most of it are going to be different. So if you make an affordable house, if you can make a sensible house, and if you can make it affordable, the demand is so large that none of us can satisfy. It is my belief that the growth of real estate on the residential sector will grow more than 15 to 20% compounded per annum, but the substitution will be those who make only rich homes will have lesser and lesser business, and those who will make other houses, namely in the affordable sector, are going to grow exponentially. And they will not grow exponentially by 10 to 15%. They will grow exponentially by 1,000%, 2,000%, 3,000%, and maybe even more. So what is it that you want to be in the real estate business? Are you going to make that luxury houses and think that everybody in this country is going to be able to afford those houses? The answer is obviously no. But if you can get into the segment where there is a huge demand, there is an unlimited demand in this country, and the housing sector will take leadership roles even faster than the defense sector is growing. So even more than the guns of the country, even more than the battleships and the planes that we are getting from the foreign countries, we are going to see that the residential and real estate sector is going to grow exponentially. However, is it possible for us as developers, we have so many architects, we have a wonderful architect from Russell Khema, we have architect Prem Nath, and of course we have Charles Benninger, who is a leadership role in this architecture sector. Are we able to direct and design those ideas and things that we can possibly do so that all the sectors are taken care of? If we can, the business of real estate is booming. Of course, the government is not helpful. Let us be very clear. The government has definitely not been participant in it. Today, for instance, it is just impossible to make an affordable house in Mumbai. The taxes, the taxes which have increased have only increased tenfold in the last 3 years. I repeat, the taxes and other charges and costs have increased tenfold in the last 3-4 years. After you combine all those taxes, the cheapest house that you can possibly make in a place called Mulund, or in a place called Borivali, would not be less than 10 to 12,000 rupees a foot, even if you want to make 10 to 15% profit. Because the cost of getting the FSI, the cost of the taxes, the cost of the other thing, and I'm not even talking about the tax that you pay under the table. We're just talking about those which are officially charged to us on the top of the table, and we are required to make payments relating to that. And I think that is a mindset which the government needs to say, because you have to learn to walk the talk. You can't say you're making affordable houses and the private sector must participate in it, and then you tax it to such an extent that you just can't deliver. So you really push it out. However, let's look at the positive side as far as Mumbai and the Mumbai region is concerned. The wonderful thing which Mr. Devendra Fadnavis has done is the ease of doing business. He's certainly looking at it very closely. The second thing is he's putting up infrastructure in the Mumbai region, which is second, unheard of all these years. We are having the Cross Harbour Bridge. We are having the metro connectivities which are happening. We are having the metro, the coastal roads, the Cross Harbour Bridge, the Navi Mumbai Airport, and I'm forgetting one more other project. All these projects put together will mean that in the next 5 years, we will put more infrastructure into the Mumbai region than we have done in the last 65 years. So 65 years of development will be crunched. More than that will be put into place in the next 5 years. So Mumbai is going to be beautiful. It's going to be wonderful. Will it be affordable? That's the challenge that we are all faced with, and I'm hoping to God that we will have the wherewithal in order to be able to support this activity to take it forward. But I'm always hopeful. We have a wonderful Prime Minister. We have a wonderful Chief Minister. All of them are well-intended. Action on the ground is still lacking, but since the intentions are clear, the ideas are clear, the thoughts are clear, the heart is there, I'm very sure that you have it. And of course, we have the State Bank of India present over here today, looking after the real estate business. And they have been very supportive in this segment and supporting, especially on the home loan side. There's a huge supportive activity which is taking care of the banks and financial institutions which have taken place. So all in all, we have the components to make a success of this sector. We can give affordable housing in the next couple of years. We have a large number of lands, whether it's salt pan lands or other lands in the region of Mumbai. Yes, we are going through a turmoil in the real estate sector, but the future is wonderful. We need to put all these components together. We need to write about it in Realty Plus. We need to write about it in Business World. We need to make these paradigms happen. We need to speak about it and make it clear that we need to make this successful. We will not have 55% of people of Mumbai who can actually afford a house to live in Jhopatpattis. This is a crying call that we need. As much as we want to fight in Kashmir and against Pakistan, let us also fight to get the houses for each and every one of our countrymen. I hope to God that we'll be able to achieve it. We wish you well. Thank you again. Thank you very much, Realty Plus, for this wonderful invitation, and I wish you well. And please keep calling me, especially when you give me good books like Charles's books on .com. Thank you very much, Charles, for making such beautiful books, and I hope you continue to write and I pick up books oftener from you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Baba.
Well, thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a huge round of applause to thank Mr. Hiranandani for those wonderful words there. But, sir, I'm going to humbly request you to please come back on the stage. Mr. Hiranandani, sir, I'm going to request you to please come back on the stage. I'd like to invite Mr. Anurag Batra to please come forward to present the memento. If I may please invite Ms. Sapna as well, as the editor of Realty Plus, to please do the honors of felicitating our keynote speaker by presenting the memento and the bouquet. Thank you once again, sir. Thank you very much, Ms. Sapna. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to march ahead. Well, after those beautiful insights from Mr. Hiranandani, it's also time to get insights in terms of a panel discussion. Before we do that, let's also take a look at the audiovisual of our conclave partner, Supreme Industries.